Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. No matter where your day finds you, welcome to Competency 1 of 5. Demonstrate the understanding of how to execute proper age identification. Presented by rbslearn.com, a nonprofit volunteer organization. The learning objectives for Competency 1 are navigate the variety of acceptable forms of identification available in the state of Wisconsin. Explore laws regarding fake and altered IDs. Explore customer-focused age identification procedures. And finally, examine options for licensed operators regarding fake and altered IDs. In the state of Wisconsin, there are 5 forms or documents that can be used for proof of age: a valid operator's license, a valid identification card, a valid military identification card, a valid U.S. passport, a valid identification card issued by a federally recognized American Indian tribe. Penalties for falsification of proof of age. Individual who provides to an underage person a fake, altered, or borrowed ID. Fines, imprisonment, or possibly a combination of both. Underage individuals who use fake, altered, or borrowed IDs. Fines, suspension of license, community service, or supervised work program. Combination of all 3. In the state of Wisconsin, there are 3 forms or types of IDs and licenses in circulation. The oldest one was issued in March of 2005 through October of 2012. Printed on white plastic with a pink hue on a license and a green hue on an ID. Vertical format, persons under 21 years of age. Turns 21 on date, is printed in white letters in a red box just below the photo for a person under the age of 21. Turns 18 on date, is printed black letters in a yellow box just below the photo for persons under the age of 18. Date of birth is always printed in red. This is valid through 2023 and is the oldest license or ID still in circulation. Alrighty, challenge question number 1, true or false? Penalties for falsification of proof of age for underage individuals could be fines, suspension of license, community service, or supervised work program, or a combination of all 3. True or false? If you said true, you are correct. Challenge question number 2. True or false? Vertical format for both a Wisconsin driver's license and ID card means the person is under 21 years of age. True or false? If you said true, you were correct. And finally, challenge question number 3. Once again, true or false? Turns 21 on date is printed in white letters in a red box just below the photo for persons under the age of 21, and date of birth is always printed in red. True or false? If you chose true, once again, you are correct. The second form of ID or driver's license that is still in circulation and was issued starting in 2012 through 2015 is slightly different than the oldest ID we just spoke about. Vertical format, persons under 21 years of age, still is the same. Turns 21 on date is printed in white letters in a red box just below the photo, same as previous. Turns 18 on date is printed in black letters in a yellow box just below turns 21 on, different than previous cards. Wisconsin at the top of the license and credential type in unique color, driver's license regular in blue, DOB, date of birth, and always printed in red. Font instructions permit in red font, etc. The information presented in this discussion will be expanded upon with multiple learner interactive video experiences, where experts working in the industry will share their wealth of knowledge, including how to spot fake, altered, and borrowed IDs. And finally, the third ID license in circulation, which was issued starting in fall of 2015, has many different changes and updates. Primarily, when renewing a paper receipt valid for 45 days will be issued. So when you're renewing, you will receive a paper until you get the license or ID. The cards contain the most advanced security features currently available in the United States. Photos are now black and white. A star in the upper right corner of the card indicates that the card is compliant with Federal Real ID Act requirements. Under 18 and 21 until printed in black font directly below the picture on vertical format. So many changes. Are you ready for some more challenge questions? All right, challenge question number 1. True or false? Turns 21 on date is printed in white letters in a red box just below the photo, same as previous cards. This will be for the card issued 2012 through 2015. True or false? That's a toughie. That is true. Challenge question number 2. Once again, true or false? Turns 18 on date is printed in black letters in a yellow box just below the turns 21 on, same as previous cards, 2012 through 2015 issue. True or false? Another tough one. That is false. And once again, there will be information presented on fake, altered, and borrowed IDs in an interactive video once you complete this session. Third challenge question, another true and false. Cards contain the most advanced security features currently available in the United States. Security features. These are the newest IDs and licenses issued in 2015. Is that true or false? That is true. And finally, challenge question number 4, true or false? Photos are now in full color, and the state symbol in the upper right corner of the card indicates that the card is compliant with Federal Real ID Act requirements. This is the newest card issued in the fall of 2015. True or false? That is false. And once again, we will be examining how to determine if an ID is false, altered, or borrowed in a video after the discussion. Fake, altered, or borrowed IDs, FAB. This information comes to us from the state of Wisconsin. If you suspect a license is fake, altered, or borrowed, okay, when in doubt, always ask for additional identification. So if you are carding someone in a bar situation or a restaurant situation, and you think that maybe it is fake, altered, or borrowed, your first step should be simply to ask for an additional identification. If you have questions about the validity of a person's ID, it is very possible, if you feel that the ID is fake, altered, or borrowed, that you can contact your local authorities. It is legal for a server to confiscate and keep a license or ID they feel is fake, altered, or borrowed. If you have questions about enforcement of underage drinking laws, you can call your local enforcement agency. They're always happy to help. During normal business hours, you can call the state alcohol and tobacco enforcement section if you'd like. What to look for in fake and altered borrowed IDs. We'll build upon this later with an interview, one of our interactive video experiences, where someone will actually take you through this. But basically, there are some things to look for on each of the 3 types of license or IDs in circulation, and we'll build upon that later in the video. But there's some general information for you at this time. Altered IDs, again, in today's world with so many people being able to purchase IDs, fake, altered, or borrowed IDs, or fake IDs online, again, we'll build on that a little later in the video. But for now, look for, in the older ones, the lamination over the original security overlay, and just look for things that are just out of place based on the definition of what should be in the ID. Borrowed IDs are relatively simple because if you feel it is borrowed, the first thing you should do is look at the picture, be aware if a person is acting nervous, and so forth. The ID is real, probably, but it is borrowed, maybe from a sister, an older sister, or a friend that looks something like that. So it is very important when you're talking about fake, altered, or borrowed IDs in the borrowed area that you watch a person, how they are acting. And again, we'll build on this in the video. If the word duplicate appears on the card, ask for additional ID. It may not belong to the holder. Check the expiration date, check all duplicate cards. And this fake, altered, and borrowed ID check, this came out in March of 2012, presented by the Wisconsin Department of Transportation. Challenge question number 1, and this time we're going to do some multiple choice. If you suspect a fake, altered, or borrowed ID, you should do which of the following? Always refuse service. Always ask for additional ID. Confiscate the ID immediately. None of the above. So which one do you believe most accurately answers the question? Always ask for additional ID. So some type of additional form of ID to back up what they're showing you. Challenge question 2, once again, multiple choice. Which of the following statements are true in regards to providing alcohol? You must be 100% convinced any ID is authentic. The law allows for confiscation of an ID suspected of fake, altered, or borrowed. You always have the right to refuse service. All of the above. If you chose all of the above, you are correct. Serving alcohol to an individual is a very serious responsibility. It is not selling groceries, and thus we must understand, all servers, the importance of serving alcohol to an individual. Challenge question 3, multiple choice. Which of the following is true regarding all driver's license numbers? The first letter should match the first letter of the last name. The 7th and 8th characters should match the year of birth. The 9th through 11th characters indicate the gender of the person. Below 500 male, above 500 female. All of the above. This is a tough one, but what do you think? It is all the above. And once again, we will be getting into more detail in one of the videos, the interactive video experiences which you will watch immediately following this discussion. Finally, challenge question number 4, once again, multiple choice. If you feel the ID is borrowed, which of the following would be appropriate action? Check the height, weight, hair, and eye color. Compare picture on ID very carefully, understanding there may be some minor appearance changes like hairstyle. Confront and accuse. A and B only. What do you think? If you chose A and B only, you are correct. Competency 1 of 5 discussion is complete. Demonstrate the understanding of how to execute proper age identification. Close the window and return to the web page and complete the next step. Good luck.